Hi, everybody. Long time. So I figured I would just talk about some stuff that's been happening in the state where I live in. Um, I went into Grand Island here a few months ago. Noticed that one of my favorite restaurants, Panera Bread, was closed, and I've always been wanting to talk about it, but just never really had the opportunity. So I figured, wait for my kids to come home so we can get ready for my son's graduation next week. Um, so I'll just, read to you guys as to why Panera Bread closed and anything else interesting I may find. And Panera Bread closed. Um, oh my God. Monday, November 28th of 2022, so last year, is when it closed. So it says Grand Island, Nebraska. Panera Bread in Grand Island closed over the weekend, and on Monday, everything inside, including ovens and other cooking devices, were put on trucks and were taken away. We're sorry, this location is permanently closed, said a sign on the door. Please visit us in Lincoln and Kearney, which I ain't driving all the way to Lincoln and or Kearney just to go eat at Panera Bread. If I'm driving through Lincoln or driving through Kearney, yes, I will stop, and I'm hungry, I might stop and eat at Panera Bread. But I'm not going there just to eat a Panera Bread. It just saddens me that it had to close. Yeah. The closing came as a surprise for many people, including the employees. Grand Island Chamber of Commerce President Sidney Johnson said that if they closed, it would be because they were not making enough profit from the store, which is kind of surprising to me because whenever I went there was always a line and it was always busy. So I'm just shocked. I mean, I could have just been picking the days where it was busiest because it seemed like I was just in there once a month and I would always be in there different days, you know. And I moved to basically the Grand Island area back in 2009, December of 2009. So, yeah. I mean, I've been going to Panera Bread since I moved here and have loved it. There have been many factors for companies to consider, especially in the last 2 or 3 years. Obviously, starting with COVID, Johnson said. The cost of production has gone up, and whether that production is a bagel or a sandwich, the ingredients and the labor to make that sandwich and bagel have gone up, and they have exceeded where they were 2 or 3 years ago. On Facebook, many people shared their mourning to the store's closing. Many people took the opportunity to tell excuse me. Many people took the opportunity to also tell former Panera employees about open positions around town and nearby cities. Of course, one of the most concerning aspects of the establishment closing is what happens to the employees, Johnson said. I feel confident that the good quality staff at Panera will have the opportunity to find employment at one of our other restaurants. The store was in Grand Island for 10 years, located at, I'm not going to say where. NTV News contacted Panera Bread Corporation for a statement, but they did not reach back out to us. And this is one of our new kitties. His name, I kid you not, my son named him Nameless. His name is Nameless. You can ask my son why. I don't know. He just thinks cats should have weird names. Oh, I know. So that is why Panera Bread closed. Oh, here's one. Okay. Um, is that the newest? Okay. So here in the last few months, people in Grand Island also got some good news. Like I said, in November last year, we got the bad news that Panera Bread closed. But a few months later, we got this great news. We're getting a Target. Finally, something to compete with Walmart. Oh, what a concept. We had a Shopco. Okay, and I used to work there. If you go back into my videos, you'll see that I used to work for Shopco. It was like a few years before, like a few months before I started working at the care center at Dollar. First I worked at Shopco, then I worked at Dollar General, then I worked at the care center. But yeah. I did not like working at Shopco. They did not train you. And that is how I kind of had this gut feeling after Black Friday that Shopco wasn't going to be lasting much longer. So instead of just telling them that I quit, I went in there quietly on the day that I was supposed to be working, I do believe. Sat down my name tag, I had my shirt all folded up nicely with my name tag, and I also left a note. I left it in the clock in room, and I quietly walked out. As if they really cared anyway. I don't even think they even missed me because I never got a phone call. So, but I would like to work at Target. I've always loved Target. When we lived in Norfolk, that's the only place we shopped at was Target. So, yeah. So, March 8th, 2023. And this was published by local Hastings News 4. And that would be my 30-minute timer telling me that I'm making scones at the same time while I'm trying to do this, people. So you gotta follow me into my kitchen. I wish somebody would come on and chat with me. I have like 60 some subscribers and nobody wants to hop on and say hi. Welcome to my kitchen. Okay, so I need. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I could just take this. That was just for my bread or my dough rising. I am making scones. Figured I would be all talked out by the time the timer was up. No. So, started talking about the news. Now we're going to talk about scones. Let me get back to the recipe here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to heat that up. Okay, let me get the... Okay. Says it wants it 350. Okay, that's going to take a while to heat up. Okay. Come on. I greased you. You should just fall out. There you go. Okay. Okay, so what I did to make the dough for this scone, okay? I'll give you guys the ingredients. Okay, this is called, it's from, let's go back up to the beginning so I can actually, creme de la creme, and it's called fried scones, aka Utah scones. Okay, jump to the recipe here. Okay, so creme-de-la-creme.com is where I got this recipe, but if you just Google Utah scones or fried scones, aka Utah scones, you will here. Why don't I just do this? This is for the scone recipe. I am so smart. Right there. There's the link. Okay. So you need 1 cup of hot water, 1 tablespoon active dry yeast, 1/3 cup oil, 1 teaspoon salt, a 1/4 cup sugar, 2 1/3 cups flour, 1 egg beaten, 2 quarts oil for frying, and whatever toppings you want to use. Okay. I'll tell you, for this, all I use is butter and sugar, and it's the best. So, to get you caught up to where I am right now, you mix 3 tablespoons of warm water with yeast, adding a pinch of sugar. Set aside for 10 minutes. Mixture will rise and foam. While yeast is rising, combine hot water, oil, salt, and sugar in a large bowl. Add egg to the yeast mixture and mix well. Add the egg yeast mixture to the oil sugar mixture. Stir well. Now, I use my KitchenAid for anything that if I have to do anything with dough, KitchenAid dough hook. And it's not washed yet. I was going to show you what the dough hook looks like. Gradually add flour, stirring well after each addition. Knead the dough as it stiffens until you get a doughy elastic consistency. About 5 minutes. I just use my KitchenAid dough hook, and I do that for about 5 minutes. It's fine. Place dough in a well-greased bowl, turning once to grease the top. Let dough rise for about 30 minutes or until double in size. So, that is where I am right now. See, here's my dough. All right. So, next, frying instructions. Line cooling racks or plates with paper towels. Fill a large saucepan with 2 inches of oil and heat to 350 to 375, which is what I'm doing. And right now, it is almost at 275. Okay. And these temperatures are all in Fahrenheit, so you guys can have to do some conversions if you live outside the US. Sorry, not smart enough to do it. Meanwhile, punch down dough and divide into 12 balls. Roll out a piece of dough on a lightly floured surface into 1/4 inch thick circles or squares. Use your fingers to stretch out the balls of dough. Carefully place 2 or 3 balls of dough into the oil and fry until golden brown on each side, about 1 to 2 minutes. Transfer to paper towels to drain. Repeat until the dough is all fried. Serve hot with honey butter, butter, syrup, or powdered sugar or regular table sugar. So, yeah, it's not that hard to do. I do this about once a month. And I think I will hop on here the next time that I make bread, which might be Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, when I make my homemade bread. Okay. So while we're waiting for this to heat up, which is almost to 300. Okay. So like I said, we're getting Target in Grand Island. So let me read this. Grand Island, Nebraska. The new developer of the Conestoga Mall in Grand Island has officially signed Target as an anchor store. Records from the Hall County Register of Deeds indicate that Target will purchase part of the property with plans to build a new store on the south end of the mall. Target and Woodsona 281 signed a purchase agreement last week. Like I said, this was in March. Last week, Hall County planning officials said Woodsonia had finalized the purchase of the mall property from its former owners, Namdar Realty Group. The Elkhorn Company has plans to remodel and rename the mall to the Conestoga Marketplace. Not bad. Kind of like the name. They are planning a more than $200 million redevelopment to the area with plans to make the stores outward facing as well as improving eating and entertainment options on the grounds and adding a hotel and housing. Woodsonia has been working for several months with the city, including getting plans through Planning Commission and Council on their proposed project. Officials had long expected Target to be the retail anchor of the new mall. I am so glad that we're getting Target, but it comes with a loss too. There are many stores that we're having to close. One of my favorites and one of my kids' favorites, Hot Topic. From what we hear, that store has permanently closed and will not be reopening anywhere. Other stores we have heard, there's another Plaza Mall about a few blocks away that a lot of them are going to. A lot of them found places that could open in on the other side of Grand Island. So we'll just see what happens. I mean, Pretzel Maker closed. We don't know if Bath and Body Works is staying anywhere. Is going to reopen anywhere. So yeah. So there's that. So yeah, that's. But seeing as they have plans to revamp the store and make it nicer too, and make the mall, a little bit, make the mall a bit different. Yeah, I don't know why my thermometer does this. I need to get an electric one. Okay. I am going to not grab the bread knife. Okay. Cut the dough. Okay. Cut the dough in half. Place that half right there. Okay. What I just did. Cut the dough in half. Okay. It says to form little balls. I'm going to take my biscuit cutter here, kind of flatten this dough out a little. Not much. All right. And with biscuit cutters, you just want to go straight down. You do not want to turn a biscuit cutter. Just straight down. You're not making cookies. Straight down. Straight down and come right back up. And then all you do is you pull the dough away. All right, you just pull it away. Right? This is just so I can get uniformly sized balls, because it says make a ball. So, it's pretty good, right? Okay. Oh, my kids will be home in about 30 minutes, so hopefully I can show you guys some of these before they get home. As soon as they get home, we're going to have to start cleaning more. I did some cleaning when they were at school, but Megan, it's right here. Ugh. Looking for this. I said it may take a minute or two on each side, so especially if I let it cool down way too much. Might want to just keep this in here. Yeah, that's about 300 right now, so it's going to take more than a minute. And every single time I make these scones, I make the balls a little bit different. So it's not like they don't turn out the same each time. I'll use different size biscuit cutters. Like here, I'll use a small one now. Ooh, now that is perfect. Now if I can get the other side to look that great, I can take it out and show you guys. Okay, let me take a look. Okay, I'm going to drain this for a minute. Then I will show you guys. This kind of reminds me of the way my grandma used to make them. And if you guys know, guys been following me for a long time, no, I'm not from Utah. But my grandma found this recipe a long time ago, or she had it from her mom, my grandma, my great grandma. So, but this is what they're supposed to look like when they're done. Oh my God. And you put butter and sugar on that. It is to die for. Hey, well, I've been on long enough today, sweeties. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, nobody stopped by, but you guys will get to watch this because it will be uploaded. Have a great day, and I love y'all. Bye.